Tell your donors, this is the extremist of the month. This hateful, racist guy is really bad. Send us money. But not tell those donors who you're taking their money from that we're paying this guy $140,000. Is that appropriate?
Well, we have public reporting that over a dozen donors actually said that
a simple question. Is that technique appropriate? That's what I'm asking.
That is not unlawful to say that people have done
I didn't ask if it was lawful or unlawful. What I'm asking you, is it appropriate?
The Southern Poverty Law Center grilled on Capitol Hill today over fraudulently using donations to pay hate group leaders for inside information. Let's bring in Moms for Liberty Bergen County Chair Alexandra Bougher and Daily Signal Senior Editor Tyler O'Neill, who testified at the hearing. Tyler, to you first. I mean, the SPLC has been smearing good conservative people and groups for a long time now. I mean, the whole idea is you just have to gin up the hate so they can fight the hate they gin up. What do you think?
Exactly. They've been systematically closing the Overton window on sanity. And that's what they do when they put moms and dads who care about their kids' education on a hate map with chapters of the Klan. They've been inflating hate. This is their inflating hate strategy. And so it didn't surprise me. I mean, it horrified me, but it didn't surprise me really that they could be funding some of the very same old-fashioned racist hate groups that they claim to exist to dismantle.
Yeah, Alex, it's kind of interesting because Tony Perkins, Family Research Council president, says that he believes this goes way beyond the Southern Poverty Law Center. Here's what he said.
The issue before this committee is larger than SPLC fraud. SPLC was the hub, but there are many spokes that made up this wheel designed to crush Christians and conservatives. The congressional inquiry should not stop with SPLC.
Yeah, I mean, he's right? I mean, for other groups looking to do this, it's an easy model. You just go after, like, Moms for Liberty. I mean, it's easy to just say these moms are just hateful, and you gin up all this antipathy from across the country, Alex.
Yeah, I feel like they're just kind of the scapegoat, if you would. It definitely goes much bigger than this. There's definitely people that are, behind this and that are funding it. And, there was a great question, and that was, just because something is illegal, does it make it right? Is it right to label us extremists? Is it right to basically ruin people's reputations? You can ruin someone's life without charging them with a crime. You could have banks say, hey, we don't want your business anymore. Your name taken off of a ballot if you're running for something. You could lose your job. You could get swatted. So all of these things can happen, and it's not just one organization is doing it. It goes much bigger than that.
I mean, she's right, Tyler. I mean, you can call anybody a racist, and it's not illegal, but it can literally ruin their reputation and career. Maya Wiley says that manufacturing hate, the accusation, right, is nonsensical. Watch.
Trying to distort SPLC's use of informants into some claim that engaged in manufacturing hate is not only nonsensical, it's an effort to deny that hate exists. Prosecution should never be tolerated as a weapon to silence disagreement or stop lawful activities that this administration dislikes.
Oh, I don't think anybody is saying that hate doesn't exist. Hate exists. They're just looking in the wrong places for it.
Well, the irony there is that she is talking about silencing dissent when the SPLC's stock in trade for years has been silencing dissent. And right. I think, the clip you just showed of Tony Perkins is very apropos because it wasn't just the SPLC that was going to big tech, that was going to corporate America, that was going to banks saying that groups on the SPLC's hate map should be debanked, should be deboosted, should be demonetized. There was a whole coalition called Change the Terms that was led by the Center for American Progress, Color of Change, as well as the SPLC. This is stuff I covered in my book, Making Hate Pay, but it's also, and I have an update in that book that was just published this month ahead of the testimony today.
It's funny because, you talk about the hate and you have Pramila Jayapal saying, well, this whole thing about going after SPLC is racism. So that's the tactic, right, Alexandra? Is you just say, listen, it's all about racism. It's the hatred on top of the hatred on top of the hatred.
The racism argument is over. Your everyday American who has lived through this, whose reputations were tarnished, who, maybe lost their job, maybe their kids couldn't have play dates, they are over this. And again, nobody is saying that there's no such thing as hate, but who gets to define it?
Yeah, and listen, my curiosity is, Moms for Liberty was looking for what? They were looking to get their kids back in school, for crying out loud, and other things. Had nothing, zero to do with hate or race.
No, not at all. All we wanted to do is be a part of the, be a part of the school, know what the curriculum is, make sure that there's not sexually inappropriate books in the school. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, it really is. Alexandra Bougher, Tyler O'Neill, thank you both. Coming up, why some on the left are not celebrating the indictment of Raul Castro.
This is an administration.